Assalamualaikum. Welcome to everyone to our forum on the issues and challenge of Waqf implementation. My name is Muhammad Izzuddin as a moderator. Today, we will discuss the various challenges faced by the Majlis Agama Islam Selangor (MAIS) in implementing Waqf, including legal constraint, lack of marketability, and productivity of Waqf asset, and a general lack of awareness about Waqf among Muslims. Let's start with our first challenge with panelist 1, Muhammad Aiman. Could you elaborate on this?
Thank you, Izzuddin. One of the primary challenges in implementing Wakaf in Malaysia, particularly in the state of Selangor, revolves around legal constraints within the Malaysia Land Administration Systems. This system is modeled on the colonial framework and does not seamlessly apply to Wakaf lands. The Malaysia land law comprises both written and unwritten law, including common law and Sharia law. Key legislation such as the National Land Code NLC 1965 based on the Australia Torrent System, the Strata Title Act 1985, the Land Acquisition Act 1966, the Sarawak Land Code, and the Sabah Land Ordinance reflect a Western land tenure system which cannot be directly applied to Wakaf land. Despite this challenge, Selangor has been at the forefront by instituting the Wakaf Enactment 1999, which is considered a relatively advanced law for Wakaf in Malaysia. This law broadly defines property to include both movable and immovable assets that can be dedicated for charitable purpose according to Sharia law. However, legal issues still persist of Wakaf implementation. So I will give you two examples, the issue from the legal constraint. First, land alienation by the state authority is typically in the form of leasehold rather than freehold. Leasehold title, contrary to the perpetual nature of Wakaf under Sharia law, revert to the state authority after the lease period expired, nullifying the Wakaf status. Besides that, under the Land Acquisition Act 1960, Wakaf property can still be compulsory acquired by the state authority for public utility and economic development, undermining the perpetual and irreversible nature of Wakaf as intended by Sharia law. Furthermore, Wakaf matters are subject to the jurisdiction of civil court, which are often presided over by judges who may lack expertise in Sharia law, potentially leading to decisions that conflict with Sharia principles. In summary, this legal constraint present significant hurdle to the effective management and utilization of Wakaf land in Malaysia. So that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Aiman. That was a good explanation. So now we move to Putra Shaiful. What is a solution can you propose to address this legal constraint?
Okay, thank you, our moderator. To address these legal constraints, it has become necessary to make changes to the existing law to ensure that these laws are in compliance with the Islamic Sharia. The first of this is to provide a more streamlined legal structure for the registration and administrations of Waqaf land. Waqaf, a property that has been dedicated for religious purpose under Islamic law, has a specific status which makes its ownership different from other land ownerships. Understand besides that, this particular natural within the legal will be recognized and thus the processes of the management of the Waqaf endowments will be easy to follow. This can result in the quicker development and use for the property and guarantee that it is appropriately used for charitable or religious intentions of intended without under delay. To make it even more efficient, there is a way to comes up with general procedure that related to the administrations of Waqf properties as well as clear documentations procedures that need to be followed. This can entail special retreat, retreats that accommodate Waqf legal form of that are friendly to Waqf and professional staff administration officers who are principle of Waqf and Sharia law. Okay, in this way, we can minimize administrative difficulties and avoid legal issues that could stem from confusion over the rules governing Wakaf funds. The establishment of a special body to supervise Wakaf property independently of the current land administration system will be ensure these property are managed in strict accordance with the Sharia law. Composed to the expert in Sharia jurisprudence, property law, and land management, this body will provide comprehensive oversights by conducting regular audits, resolving conflicts, offering advisory service, and ensuring compliance with both national laws and Islamic principles. These independent supervisory bodies could safeguard Wakaf interests, build up public trust, and act as a liaisons between Wakaf stakeholders and the government, thereby creating a supportive environment for Wakaf properties to thrive and contribute to the community's social and economic development in line with Islamic values.
Okay, thank you, Putra. But can you provide a specific example of how this amendment will work in practice?
Sure, for example, Wakaf property intended for school constructions could benefit from a streamlined registration procedure designed specifically for Wakaf land. This means less bureaucracy and faster approval. In addition, a dedicated Wakaf management body can directly supervise the project, ensuring compliance with Islamic principles without being hired by conflicting regulation in NLC or other laws.
All right, thank you, Putra. Next, we go to Imran.
Yes.
Imran, can you describe the second challenge faced by Wakaf management?
Okay, thank you to moderator Izzuddin. The second major challenge is the lack of marketability and productivity of Waqf asset. Imagine prime urban land sitting idle, unable to generate income for worth cost. That the reality for many Waqf properties. They face a double whammy, which is lack of marketability and low productivity. Stuck with outdated legal restriction, unclear ownership, and limited funding option. These properties struggle to attract investor or developers. Even with good intention, Wakaf institution might lack the real estate or financial expertise to unlock their asset potential. Layer of bureaucracy further slow things down. So what the consequence? Lost revenue, school, healthcare, and social service miss out on crucial funding. Communities lost a chance for economic development. The Wakaf itself suffer, unable to fulfill its purpose. It missed opportunity all around, but they hope legal reform, innovative financing, and streamlined management can breathe new life into these properties. Imagine them transforms modern apartment, bustling shop, or even co-working space. The income generated could fuel a virtuous cycle, empowering the Wakaf to serve the community even better. By tackling these challenges, we can unlock the true potential of urban Wakaf properties and ensure they become beacons of progress of generation to come. Okay, thank you.
All right, that was amazing explanation from Imran. But can you give us an example of how this impact to the community?
Okay, alright. Certainly, for example, a Wakaf property in an urban might be designed for commercial use but remains undeveloped due to a lack of investment and proper management. This means the community miss out on potential income that could have been used to fund local school, healthcare, and other social services. And underutilized property is essentially a lost opportunity to enhance community welfare. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Imran. Now we back to Aiman. What is the strategies that can be implemented to enhance the marketability and productivity of Waqf asset?
Okay, thank you, moderator. To fully harness the economic benefit of Waqf, it is essential to implement strategic measures that enhance the marketability and productivity of Waqf asset. So I will list some key strategies. First, utilizing the concept of istibdal. The concept of istibdal, which involves replacing non-potential Waqf land with potential ones, can significantly enhance the utility and economic value of Waqf asset. MAIS must conduct through assessment to identify underutilized land and replace them with property that offer higher economic potential and benefit to the Ummah. This strategic replacement ensure that the Waqf land are effectively contributing to economic development. Secondly, encouraging the donation of high-value properties. To prevent the issue of underutilized Waqf land, it is important to encourage the Waqif, which is the donors, to dedicate high value and well located property as Waqf. This aligns with the command of Allah in the Quran, which states, O believer, you shall never attain pity unless you spend of what you love and whatever you spend. Verily, Allah has full knowledge thereof. By donating valuable properties, the potential for economic benefit is maximized from the outset. Lastly, adapting best practices from successful model. Learning from successful management model, such as the Singapore Waqf, can provide valuable insights. Singapore Waqf authorities are globally recognized for their effective management and innovative approach. Adapting similar joint venture and partnership strategies can help MAIS develop Waqf property efficiently. Collaborative effort with developers, financial institutions, academians, and Islamic scholars can create a synergistic environment that fosters innovative development methods for Waqf assets. So, in conclusion, by implementing these strategies, MAIS can significantly enhance the marketability and productivity of Waqf assets, thereby ensuring that they contribute meaningfully to the economic well-being of the Ummah.
Okay, thank you, Aiman. Next, Putra Saiful. What is the third challenge faced by Waqf management?
Okay, thank you, our moderator. The third challenge is that the majority of Muslim population has little knowledge of the what is wakaf. A majority of the population lack adequate knowledge regarding the idea of wakaf and what it entails. Therefore, the law supports towards the establishment of wakaf. This lack of awareness also applies to the process of receiving donations for wakaf as well as the engagement of the community in wakaf related projects. To tackle this challenge, we have to carry out both education and awareness creating on the topic of wakaf. So we have two. First is education programs and workshop. In most community enters Islamic scholars, it is possible to conduct seminar, workshop, and education program which is familiar to population with the concept of the wakaf. These sessions could include the topic that is the history of wakaf, the advantages of wakaf, and how to create a wakaf, and its roles of the wakaf in the enhancements of the society. As these programs are to lead by scholar and expert in Islamic finance and wakaf, okay, to make it more value for this program. Second, use of media and technology. There are different options for using various media platforms like social network, websites, and application in order to expand the range of people who receive more information. This is because if one is to make a simple video, an infographic, or even an article that explains what is wakaf in simpler terms, it will easier be understood. Furthermore, a new campaign on social media platform can create awareness and conservation on issue to do with wakaf.
All right, but about what you said before about lack of awareness, Can you explain more about how this lack of awareness impact Waqf initiative and provide an example?
Sure, lack of awareness means that many Muslims do not contribute to Waqf or do not use Waqf asset efficiently. For example, a community may have a piece of Waqf land, a mark, a mark for agriculture, but due to lack of knowledge, they may not develop it perfectly. The underutilization leads to missed opportunities to generate incomes and provide social benefits. Raising awareness about Wakaf can lead to more donations and better use of Wakaf property, ultimately benefiting the entire community. A successful example is a campaign run by local mosques that educate congregations about how Wakaf donation have funded community project leading to a significant increase of donation and engagement.
Okay. All right. Then Imran,
Yes.
what solution can you propose to increase awareness about Waqf?
Okay. For increased awareness about wakaf,
Yeah.
first to increase awareness about wakaf, we need to implement comprehensive educational and outreach program. Wakaf, the Islamic practice of charitable endowment, hold immense potential to address social need and fuel sustainability development. However, it's through impact things on rising public awareness. To achieve this, a comprehensive and multi-pronged approach is crucial. Firstly, we need to invest in educational initiative. Community seminar and workshop can break down complex concept into clear, engaging presentation. Interactive workshop can allow participant to explore different wakaf model and their practical application. Secondly, utilizing the power of media is essentially public service announcement, social media campaign, and even short documentaries can be craft to showcase to the which mean apa ni positive impact of Wakaf project. This campaign can be highlight how Wakaf has funded school, hospital, and community center, benefiting entire community for generation. Thirdly, collaboration is key. Religious leader, trusted voice within the community can play a pivotal role in spreading awareness about wakaf during sermon and community event. Partnering in established community organization can leverage their existing network to reach a wider audience. Fourthly, let not forget the future generation. Integrating age-appropriate wakaf education into the school curriculum can be transformative by introducing young mind to the concept of wakaf. We can instill the value of generosity, social responsibility, and leaving a lasting positive impact. That's all.
All right. That was so many information from Imran.
Okay.
And lastly, can you give an example of a successful awareness campaign?
Oh, okay. Sure. In some regions, Wakaf authorities have partnered with local mosque and community center to host informational session and distribute literature about Wakaf. This session not only educate the community but also provide a platform for answering question and addressing concern. Such initiative have led to increased donation and more active participation in Wakaf project. For instance, after such as a campaign in one community, Wakaf donation increased by 30%, 30 percentage, which funded the renovation of a community center and the establishment of a local health clinic. Okay.
All right. Thank you for all your valuable contribution.
Okay. Thank you.
There was
Welcome.
so good explanation from the panelists. So to summarize, we have identified three main challenges in Waqf implementation, legal constraints, marketability and productivity issues, and the lack of awareness among Muslims. For legal constraint, amending existing law to align with Sharia principle and establishing a special supervisory body for Waqf properties were proposed solutions. To enhance marketability and productivity, strategies like utilizing istibdal, encourage high value donation, and adopting successful Waqf management model were suggested. Increasing awareness through educational program, community seminar, and media campaign was recommended to foster greater participation and support. By addressing this challenge and implementing this solution, we can ensure that Wakaf properties fulfill their intent, purpose, contributing to the social and economic development of our communities in line with Islamic values. This concludes our forum for today. Thank you for participating and let's continue to work together toward effective Wakaf management.